The only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you keep telling yourself. Jordan Belfort. The story begins with an ordinary family of workers. At that time, Jordan Belfort was just a young lad with a meager family savings. He could only earn some pocket money by serving dishes and delivering food at restaurants on weekends. However, this guy had a strong will deep inside and always dreamed of achieving success one day. In 1989, the wheels of fate began to turn. Belfort spent a whopping $7,000 to establish Stratton Oakmont Investment Company with great determination and vigor. At the beginning, the company was in a shambles, but he wasn't intimidated by the obstacles before him. Instead, he began to think about how to expand the business. He had a sudden brilliant idea and came up with a brilliant strategy called straight line selling. In simple terms, this method is to have the salespeople hit the customer's pain points directly, like a laser beam, and sell the products right away. While others were still hesitating and introducing the products, his team had already returned victorious with the orders. Thanks to this remarkable skill, Stratton Oakmont developed at an astonishing speed, quickly becoming the leading player in the U.S. securities brokerage industry. The number of employees swelled to 1,000. What's more, the company participated in the IPOs of nearly 36 companies, among which was the later famous footwear company Steve Madden. At this time, Belfort was like riding a money-printing machine, earning a fortune every day and spending it freely. There were rows of Bentleys in his garage, and his luxurious mansion was decorated in a magnificent style. But don't worry, the story isn't over yet. Belfort's ambition wasn't content to stop there. When he met with the bigwigs on Wall Street, he discovered that they weren't as prestigious as they seemed on the surface. So, he simply took a different approach and came up with a pump and dump strategy. That is, he would artificially boost the prices of some small company stocks and then secretly sell them while keeping the profits for himself, allowing the investors to take over the losses. This strategy was extremely effective in the 20th century and directly led him to become a billionaire. His life was outrageously luxurious, with piles of cash filling the rooms like small mountains. There were beautiful women on his yacht, and the parties were so loud that they shook the place. He was like the sun on Wall Street, radiating an overwhelming brilliance. But God was watching all along. While Belfort was indulging in a life of luxury and excess, in 1996, the FBI swooped in unexpectedly, raided his company, and put him in prison. The charge was securities fraud. All of a sudden, Belfort's world collapsed. He was confined to prison doing manual labor every day and spending time with murderers and drug traffickers. But he soon realized that this place, like Wall Street, had its own set of survival rules. He began to observe these people, learn their way of thinking and survival skills, and store all the bad things in his mind. The prison became a turning point in his life. To pay off his debts, he began to write books. In 2007, his autobiography, The Wolf on Wolf Street, was published and quickly became a bestseller. It was translated into 18 languages and sold over 5 million copies worldwide. Even Hollywood director Martin Scorsese took an interest in this book and turned it into a film of the same name. Belfort staged a dramatic life drama, from being penniless and having nothing to becoming a billionaire, and then rising from the lowest point to becoming a best-selling author and a motivational speaker. His story is full of drama and legendary elements, which not only amazes people but also provokes deep thoughts. This once greedy financial wolf has now become a role model that countless people admire.